Moral of the story.
Yes, sir.
Don't just eat the beans. Chakana. Train with it first.
And
then you eat.
Okay, sweet.
You're stupid.
We do try.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of FitFam, where we discuss all things fitness. I go by the name Rivo, and I'm accompanied by the fam. Today we're dissecting, we're going deeper, we're finding out what's happening in the industry. How you guys doing today?
Hey. I'm good. My name is Respect, and I'm a personal trainer by profession. And again, the purpose of the show is to give you guys as much information that you need, practical, accurate information that will be helpful on your fitness journey.
Sihle is the name, fitness trainer is the profession. As the family has said, we are here to shed some light. So stay tuned.
Sweet stuff. So, on today's episode, it's an interesting one. So, given the fact that we just come out of a lockdown, right? We had to literally restructure our lives, and for us fitness fanatics, we had to switch up, when it came to the whole, gymming industry, right? So obviously the first 21 days was like, we're gonna chill, we'll see it when they open.
Yeah.
Only to find out that they actually didn't open. So today's episode, we're gonna be diving a little bit deep on which one is better, training from home or training from the gym, right?
Yeah.
So just before we continue, I've had instances where I have chats with gents, like, where do you prefer training? A gent would easily say, no, I'm from home, right?
Yeah.
And sure, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're doing something that you know, right? So I remember this one gent, he mentioned that it's more comfortable for him, to train from home because, there's not like scontonzos or he gets to do his thing in his practice section and then whatnot, which was, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, I think it's only great if you're training from home and you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So what's your guys' chat on this item?
Okay, so funny enough, before lockdown, I never even considered that I would train at home. Like, it was like a far-fetched thing for me, because I think for me, going to the gym was more of like an escape. Like, because I think that you can train anyway. As long as you know what you want and you have the necessary resources, you can train anyway. But for me, going into that atmosphere is like, nothing else exists within that hour outside of, me getting my workout in and really pushing. But when lockdown happened, I found myself training at home. Although it was a little bit easier because I had, friends training with me. So we would video call each other, we would have workout programs, we'd go through it together. So it didn't feel like I was alone, but it's not my favorite thing. But it is effective. Again, when you know what you're doing and you're disciplined, training from home can give you those results. But also, I guess training from home is great if you are a beginner and maybe you can't afford a trainer yet, or you're not mentally prepared to train with a trainer yet for whatever reasons. Because some people really genuinely think that having a trainer means I'm gonna die. I think it's usually the first. It's some of the commentary I've received from 80% of my clients before we started training together, when they decided, okay, I'm ready to take on a fitness journey and I'm ready to take on, having a trainer. So our first conversation is oh yeah, so I like to confirm my sessions and say, hey, I'll see you tomorrow at this time or whatever. So the thing that they would say is, yeah, it's my first time, please don't kill me. I'm not going to do that, because I understand what it feels like to be a beginner and to really take baby steps towards, achieving your goal, so to speak. So, again, I prefer training in the gym, but I acknowledge that training from home can yield those results that you want when you know what you're doing, when you're disciplined, and all of that good stuff.
100%. Big Sihle! That's your chat, bro.
What Respect is saying is that when the new clients that you start off with, they say, don't kill me.
Yeah.
Like, what would they say if we like drop and give me 20? Like with a straight face.
They would leave.
And you'll never hear from
They
them
would
again.
leave. I've had.
It's a joke.
No, but like.
On the way out, you're like, hey,
I
come
mean,
back,
just
yeah.
to go a little bit, whatever. But like, I've had clients, and these are not necessarily my new clients. Maybe that they'll train with me for a while, they get stronger and confident, and then life happens, and they go MIA for like a month or two, and then they come back again. Because right, fitness is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not like, oh yeah, I've hit length, now I can stop. Once you achieve a certain goal, it's either you want to do more or you want to maintain. But either way, there must be work that goes into it.
100%.
But like, when clients, life happens, they stop training and come back again. And it's not like I expect them to be where they were when I last trained them. But like, they know me as a trainer. I'll gradually build you up. But I can tell when a client is being, I don't want to say lazy, but when they want to be babied, and I know they can do more. So being able to distinguish that is great, and everyone is different. But I've had a client get in, train for 45 minutes, pick up his stuff. They're like, I'll see you on Wednesday, respect. Nothing else. Left. I'll see you on Wednesday. That was it.
You never came back.
Yeah.
You killed him.
No.
You didn't drop it, give me 20 grand.
No, it wasn't that intense.
Probably was. But, yeah, for her it wasn't.
Yeah.
For me, it's gym versus home. And for me, it will always go back to, do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's great to train at home, to train wherever you want to train, wherever you're comfortable.
Yeah.
But the people that we chat to, that we meet on the daily, they're like, yeah, no, I prefer training at home, the gym is this. And then I always look at them and I'm like, I wonder if you know what you're doing. Because it's one thing looking at, what is it that?
Videos and
YouTube.
Videos that people use of Instagram, YouTube.
actually.
It's one thing seeing a person do an exercise and you mimicking whatever it is that they do. But like, if you don't know what that exercise is for, the range of motion, how you should be moving, what muscles you are targeting, you are not training at home. You are injuring yourself.
You're
at
injuring,
home.
yeah.
But not to sort of throw shade at home, the home training. I mean, I guess each person is different. I mean, I honestly prefer the gym because there's a lot more to use and to do.
Yeah.
And also a lot of guys that buy equipment and want to train at home, those equipments end up collecting dust. Yeah, I had this setup at home. I trained for one day and then I realized it was boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I think
Yeah, I mean, like,
another factor we should consider, especially from training from home standpoint, is affordability, right?
Yeah.
Some people can't afford to go to gym, but they would like to be a part of, like
the community.
the gym community, the
Yeah.
lifestyle that comes with it. So for them, it's easier to actually save up some money, go to the nearest place where you can buy equipment and do their thing from home. Which once again goes back to, yes, buy your stuff, but make sure you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You're doing the proper stuff because.
And then also with that being said, I feel like training, there's nothing wrong with training at home. Me now, personally, like, I think I would pretty much echo what you guys said. The gym is much better. It's something that I've gotten used to. You know, the community, seeing someone else push gives me some form of motivation. There's always that small banter that goes on within the gym. But we can't disregard the fact that training at home is, I don't know, not allowed or whatever the case may be. But what do we say to the people that don't or that can't afford equipment? Can we recommend ways in which they can train, things in which they can use within the household for them to at least start, as opposed to just sitting on the couch and dreaming, okay, one day we'll see.
Yeah. No, but like, but like I said, training from home can be effective, right? When you know what you're doing. But before I get into that, I just wanna just add on to what you were saying about the whole of, training at home is great when you know what you're doing and all of that stuff. Affordability, right? I think people think, I can't afford a trainer. Now I must think about having a membership and having a trainer. That's a lot. And yes, it can be. I don't want to lie. I think at some point, training is what maybe people in my, like millennials, might think it's a luxury, because we are at a different stage in our lives, and so affordability depends on who you are and what you do and whatever. So people look to like outside influences. You have influencers that you see on the social platforms. Nothing wrong with that, provided that someone knows what they're actually doing. Because sometimes you go on social media and you see people telling people, so this is what I do for like my abs. I do 3 sets of 10, and form is, it's not great. It's the kind of stuff that, yes, you can do it, and over time it causes.
You can tell how I feel about that. Just saying.
Okay, but like, I'm just saying, be aware of, I don't want to say, like, be aware of content that causes more damage than good. Like, definitely find people who are experts in their fields and will, teach you the right stuff. Because I know from my experience personally, affordability was always a thing. I've never had a trainer in my life. But when I was starting out, I quickly identified what I wanted to look like, more or less, found people with similar body types, and I researched and I found platforms, and this was like on YouTube. I would research and I found these, do I want to call them institutions, or like really big, businesses that were in fitness, and their goal was to give you information, or still is, to give you accurate information on what to do. And I kid you not, by the time, years later, when I was studying for like my personal training qualification, it literally felt like it was everything I already knew, because I had done my research over time, and I did everything that I needed to know. So it was just me just getting a piece of paper, right? So that's the one thing that I would say, that find people who know what they're actually doing. Nothing wrong with like looking at someone and doing a workout, but just be sure that it's not hurtful, right?
Just to add to that, I feel like you guys have heard the saying, there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, especially for people that want to get this fitness endeavor started from home.
Yeah.
The internet is a very big place, right?
Yeah.
I actually had a chat with this one lady the other time, not to disregard personal trainers in any way.
Yes.
But it's like, she was so conflicted of having to either put money aside and get a personal trainer, and basically not gym until
she has
like, and I was like, no, bro, why don't you just YouTube? Like, go onto YouTube, right? And then she was like, no, but I don't know the things that they do there. I was like, okay, this is simple. And you guys can correct me, like, if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Come to gym on a Sunday when it's like the emptiest, right?
Yes.
And then your body goals as an individual. Okay, I want to achieve this, I want to lose this, etc. Right? So watch the videos, and obviously watch the videos with the mindset in which I want to, for instance, get a bigger booty or flatten my stomach, right?
Yeah.
You see those exercises, you see the machines. Because the biggest thing that happens is that there's a situation where the gym is always clustered, right? And some people do feel overwhelmed, and you're scared to ask, when are you done with the set, etc. So come in on a Sunday, look at the machinery, right? Identify the machinery that you saw on YouTube or whatever videos that you were watching, and see that, okay, on the days that I want to do my legs, I need to accomplish machine number 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? That way, when you come on that Monday, it's not a thing of having to search that, where
you know where everything is.
Exactly. So you come, you familiarize yourself with whatever machine for that particular muscle group, and then you do that. If there's someone there, you know that, okay, I'm gonna wait. As soon as they're done, I'm jumping in. That's much better than having to save money and only come to gym when I can afford a personal trainer, right? Yeah. So I think it was great advice.
It was great advice, because as much as I dislike A lot. I dislike our fellow people who are very quick to post but don't know what they're posting. The wannabes.
Yeah.
Like, my heart bleeds because, story for another day. But anyway, what you're saying is there is some excellent quality that you can find on YouTube or Instagram of people who actually know what they're doing, who actually also take the time to explain and say sit like this, be careful not to do this, do focus on this.
Yeah.
All those people, and that is perfect because now you're not sort of gonna injure the person. They know exactly what to do step by step to execute that exercise properly. So I mean that was dope advice.
Yeah.
That was dope advice. It takes nothing away from trainers because if she does that or he or she does that, they can still save up and get a trainer where they have that one-on-one feel and sort of experience consultation where the trainer will then go in depth to most of the other exercises and different sort of training techniques. So it's a win-win. Because we out here trying to make sure that people are training properly and they have the correct information.
Yeah.
What we don't want is people who think they know what they're doing or who'd like to know what they're doing and spread information. Meanwhile, when you look into this person, you find out they are a hairdresser. And then you're like, but why don't you stick to hair?
Yeah.
Like, you are a chef.
Yeah.
The nutrition part you have on lockdown.
Stick to the raja.
Yeah, stick to that. Leave the exercises to the exercise people who actually studied this shit.
Yeah.
Who studied, who went through the practical hours.
Yeah.
Experience. They know what they're talking about. So you're not gonna go to a lawyer to get your car fixed.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, definitely.
So, but that's just my 2 cents. So
I mean,
my heart feels better now.
What's the moral of the story? Respect.
I just want to add something, right? I think we've clearly established that there's a difference between influencers and trainers, and they're really good influencers, I must say. People who actually research stuff before they put it out there, so they're not creating content that is hurtful and that could potentially hurt you. I mean, have you having injuries later on in life? Because the thing about doing exercises without using proper form or all of this stuff is that you might think, oh, it's not a big deal until it is.
It's too late.
I always say to my clients, if there's a difference between the brain of the exercise, what it's supposed to actually do, and just utter pain. You know when you're in pain. You know when your back is feels like someone lit it like a match and it's on fire. That's terrible form. And I think the great thing, again, back to home versus the gym, the nice thing about being at the gym is that you have people that can give you proper advice on how to do proper things. But I don't want to take away from the fact that there are really great trainers and people that just got a qualification and they're just in the gym. And they can actually cause issues, right? It's not that I am perfect as a trainer. I'm sure there are a lot of things that I can improve on, but I've been at the gym and just seen people, trainers with their clients where it's supposed to be a basic movement and you can tell that this person is actually causing more harm than good. So definitely vet your trainer. Definitely maybe say, I'm willing to come in, can you offer a complimentary session? So also you can check out the vibe of the trainer and how they make you feel in terms of the service. You don't want your trainer being on their computer, chilling and not really paying attention to you. A personal training is that, it's a personal thing between 1 or 2, 3 people, whatever. So that is something that you need to be aware of. And then obviously with training from home, find either people that you know are qualified trainers and they're good at what they do, or find those influencers where you feel like, okay, this person knows what they're doing. And don't fall under that pressure of like, oh no, this person does this exercise and they have the best booty and they say I must do this. Genetics are a really big thing. Some people naturally are gifted. And you cannot compare yourself to everybody, right? Some people are genetically are meant to have that hourglass shape. It's not for everyone, but some people are just there. So understand that your
Do you see that whole thing?
he's imagining all sorts of things. You know?
Yeah.
But like, just, you know, be aware that other people just have certain things going on for them, and that's genetic. And no matter how much you work out, you might not get the exact same results. I've seen influencers online where you can tell that, man, this person has a great body naturally, and then they go and pick up like crunches and whatever exercise they decide that they're into fitness and they know what they're doing. And then the next thing, they're showing you exercise in the gym, and you're like, but is your back not sore? Because that looks like it should be painful. So definitely vet everyone. Just because they look great, it doesn't mean they know what they're doing. It doesn't necessarily mean they don't know what they're doing. But do your own research so that you can tell when people are
bullshitting.
Yeah.
Say it.
And when they
Say
are
it with your chest.
And you know, when they are actually like, you know, when fitness is someone's purpose, you can tell. Yeah.
Alright, so in a nutshell, from a gym standpoint, we basically saying get a personal trainer, right? Do the right thing.
Yeah.
And then I like your term, is it vet or vet?
Vet.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
To basically have that one-on-one for free, just to see if the chemistry, well, I get the chemistry part, but just to see if this person knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right, so that's from a gym standpoint. And then from training at home, right, personally, I feel like anything you can pick up and do a couple of reps with properly can get you somewhat of a design result. Right?
Anything.
So I think for the gents or ladies that want to maybe train their arms, you can pick up a big kg, test the rise, babies in I don't know, can you guys think of anything else that we can use from our homes?
5-liter bottle.
5 liter.
Okay, for a beginner, that might be a lot. But like, this is something that actually happened. A couple of months ago, I was assisting this lady. It was lockdown, obviously. It was previous winter, and this lady was pregnant, and so she couldn't. She has a home studio, so she has clients that she sees. But it was during that time, during winter, like in July, I believe, when the numbers were like peaking through for COVID. So she was like, okay, because she's pregnant and whatever, she would rather, you know, have Zoom sessions so that people can be safe in training the comfort of their homes. And I remember this lady, she had like 3 kg dumbbells. I think there were 3 or 4. But she also had, and she was like, at some point, she was like, because of the certain exercises and time and attention, it was so painful, and I could notice that she was doing certain things incorrectly. So I was like, do you have anything lighter? Kid you not, she went to pick up a tin of chakalaka, she went to pick up a tin of beans, and she was using it. And she was like, and I could tell that I was doing it properly and I was working the proper muscles, you know, so anything that you can hold, pick up, your child, I mean, anything. I've seen moms, you know, trying to entertain their kid doing squats with like this baby, because babies, like sometimes maybe like when they're 3-4 months, they're like 5 kgs, or actually there should be more than that, I think. So they're squatting with them, and then they do press ups with the baby. The baby is having the time of their lives because this person is like, woo wee, you know. So anything goes. Anything in your home that you can pick up that is secured so that it doesn't spill, can be used as a piece of equipment. But it goes back to knowing what you are doing. Anything is an equipment piece if you know what you're doing.
So moral of the story.
Yes, sir.
Don't just eat the beans. Train with it first. And then you eat it. And then you die. Yeah.
I mean, nutrition and working out goes with it.
I was going to say the same thing.
This is me with the beans. I'm going to eat you right now.
After 50 reps.
After 50 reps, you are going down.
Okay, guys, that
Nice.
was. But essentially, in a nutshell, that's it. Yeah. So it's been great. I think I really like this episode because it's very informative and yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think that's a wrap
But
for
also,
today.
just to add for the FitFam guys out there is that you have the right to ask. But my thing, and it has always been how you ask.
Yeah.
Don't come up to a person who looks like they know what they're doing and be like, so what do you eat, bro? So what do you take, bro? And then get this person worked up, and then only to find out that you just wanted to find out about what exercise to do for your chest.
Yeah.
Your approach. Be respectful, be humble, and be like, show that, you know what, I don't know this, but you seem to know better.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think there is a professional trainer who, if you ask nicely, would be like, no, I charge for that.
Yeah.
Like, they will give you pointers here and there, and then
Yeah.
that's it. You can be gone on your way and do your kills.
Yeah.
Alright, cool stuff. Alright, sweet stuff. So you guys heard the first FitFam. We just gave you gym versus home. So you do the picking, but make sure that you do the right picking. For myself, Rivo, catch you guys in the next episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, like I said before, it's not goodbye. It's check you on the next episode. Tango.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. I've been Respect. Respect Fitness on TikTok and Respect Fitness _SA on Instagram. Sihle?
Shandu Bandaba. See all beautiful people on the other side.
Peace.
Salam alaikum. Salam salam.
Don't say that.